Hi, this is Michelle Caskey at Homeschool-Your-Boys.com, and today I would like to talk to you about something that many homeschool moms struggle with, and that is time management. Now, as homeschoolers, we have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that we have to do on a regular basis, and that can make it extremely hard for us to be able to get everything done, and we often feel like we just don't have enough time to do everything that we need to do. But today I have 4 tips that I would like to share with you that might just help to make things a little bit easier. The first tip is to ask yourself, are you trying to do too much? Quite often we feel like as moms we are responsible for so many things, and we're going to try to do it all. We're going to try to do all the cleaning. We're going to try to do 10 subjects with each of our children, and we're going to try to volunteer at church for everything that we are asked to do, and we're just going to try to do all the things. And we need to stop doing that. We need to change our philosophy. We can't do it all. One thing I would like to suggest to you is, this is actually something I learned with blogging, but it's called the 80-20 rule. And what it is what is it that you are spending 20% of your time doing that's getting you 80% of your results? So what are the things that you're doing that is really making a difference? And make sure that you're prioritizing those things and eliminating some of the things from your schedule that you're trying to do that just aren't really having that much of an effect anyway. The second tip is, are you utilizing your time well? Do you have accountability? Are you frittering away some of your time doing things that you really don't need to be doing? You know, sometimes I can get overwhelmed and I will find my mind going from thing to thing to thing to thing, and I'm not being effective with my time. I'm not using my time wisely. Sometimes I will think, I better check my Facebook, and I better go in and check my email, and my mind just starts racing, and the next thing you know, I'm not really using my time wisely. Sometimes I get so overwhelmed that I will just think, maybe I'll just go turn on the TV for a few minutes, and the next thing you know, half an hour is gone. So make sure that whatever time you do have, that you're using that time wisely. My third tip for time management for homeschool moms is, are you being proactive versus reactive? And what I mean by that is, we know that we're going to have lessons to teach during the day. Are your lessons prepared in advance? Or do you wake up, roll out of bed, and think, I really should figure out what I'm going to teach the kids today? What I've always tried to do is I try to plan my lessons a week in advance. I spend some time over the weekend, and I look at each day and come up with what I would really like to get done each day of the week. That way, when I get ready to go teach my lessons, they're there, they're ready for me, and I don't have to try to figure it out on the fly. Another thing that I do, though, because I know that things often change from what I have planned, so I do all my lesson planning and on the computer, and then I print off that day's lessons in the morning, and that's it. I don't print the whole week's worth of lessons, and I figured that one out the hard way because things change. So rather than having to go in and manually make a bunch of changes each day to what I already have printed out, it's much easier if I can just look at what actually got done and make a couple changes very quickly on the computer, and then print that day's lessons out so that we're ready to go. So anyway, hopefully that will help you. That has definitely helped me. And the last thing I want to share with you today is, are you being efficient in your efforts? And one thing that has been revolutionary for me is when I batch the different things that I need to do. For instance, Rather than going to the kitchen every single time I need to make a meal and make it completely from the ground up, it is much better if I already have some things prepped and in the refrigerator waiting to go, or some meals that are in the freezer and they're ready to just throw into the oven. Sometimes even just ingredients that are cut up in advance and put in baggies and stuck in the refrigerator can speed up the process. So rather than just making one dinner when I'm out in the kitchen, spending time out there, I will make two, and then I can freeze one of them. Or I can have it in the refrigerator ready to just pop into the oven in a few days. That also goes true with lesson planning. Rather than planning one day's lessons at a time and then moving on to my next task, I will plan a week's worth of lessons at a time. Once you get the ball rolling, it's a whole lot easier to do several days worth of lesson planning than to try to do lesson planning and then meal planning and then house cleaning and then, and on in that way. It's just get in that groove and keep on trucking. That's also true with house cleaning. If you're going to clean the toilets in one bathroom, clean them in the other bathroom. If you're going to vacuum one room of your house, vacuum that whole floor, all the room on that floor. It's a great way to save some time and not have to think, every day, which room should I vacuum? You do all your vacuuming in one day. And another thing that I do is I do batch when I am running errands. So if I need one thing from the grocery store, I write it on my shopping list that I have posted on the refrigerator. I don't just run out and go grab that thing. I try to, if I need to go to the bank, I need to pick up some prescriptions, I need to pick up a couple of grocery items, I try to do all those errands at the same time, and that not only saves time, it also saves gas. So anyway, hopefully those tips will help you. I keep hitting the apple tree here. Hopefully those tips will help you and help you to become more efficient, help you to feel a little less overwhelmed, and just help you to make better use of the time that you do have in your day. And I've actually written some blog posts that might also help you with the time management, and I will link to those in the description for this video. And if this video was helpful to you at all, I would love it if you would hit like, and if you would subscribe or follow my page. And also if you could share it with your friends, that would be very helpful so that I can help get the word out about these videos I'm trying to do to encourage the homeschool community. So again, this is Michelle Caskey from Homeschool-Your-Boys.com, and I hope you have a wonderful day.